Hi, public speaking. These are my audience members. This is Brian. This is Summer.
Hello.
They're going to
Hello.
go watch.
Yeah.
um, this is a poem that I wrote. The name of it is So Exceptionally Small, and the name of the author is me, Allie Weber. So here goes. It's slam. 2008, during a monsoon that moved the world, my brother was born 8 years younger than me, and while the adults around me recovered ragged on, reassembled lives removed from their spirits, hardly ghosts, my entire frame was haunted by the spirit of a big sister. I held the ghost and flesh of a hardly person in my arms for the first time, and while I looked at the blue-eyed, chipmunk-cheeked, pink 9-pound bundle of brother, I wondered how God had stuffed a spirit into something so exceptionally small. 2012, in a sunlight that bathed the spring, we adopted my very first dog, and I held him in 2 hands. I watched his pointy ears flick and his little nose twitch. He kicked his legs out when he walked. His jaws snapped at the flies and the birds and the cats and all manner of creature. And now when I hold him up in the mirror using both arms, he can't seem to grasp what his reflection could mean. He may run into walls sometimes, but his mechanics are flawless. The design is impeccable. And even though he doesn't understand, I look at his paws and his claws and his nose and his ears and his eyes, and I ask him, how do you be so exceptionally small? 5'7" has never been short. My voice has never been quiet. On the contrary, my presence has always been a stage. But by 2015, above average height had never felt so much like a failing grade. The cretinous boys lurking at my feet just moments before sprouted to 6'1", 7'1", 10'1". I snapped my neck looking at one, very aware that I'd lose most fights, very aware that many of my friends could pick me up and hurl me. I thought maybe I am exceptionally small. Someday, some year, after plenty of my mom standing at 5'2", well below me, I looked at her in all of her power, and I saw that despite all of her mighty rage and fire and stinging world-shaking words, that her voice was high and timid and quiet. That she was, more than anything, cripplingly afraid, every hour weakened from fear, gaining speed from her terror to transform into a terror. She was screaming because she was mute, and she was crying because she was sad and beaten down and ready to give up, not on me, but on herself. And I thought, why in the world has it never occurred to me that my mother is so exceptionally small? And that's when it mattered. And that's when it made me able to see that the nights that I stood with my arms pricked from the cold by the lake by myself, staring at stars and knowing there were so many, endless, ever-expanding, brilliant stars, and I was only one ball of greatness burning to do more than just fizzle out. I saw being alone. I saw being connected. I relived holding my brother. I had wonderful, mechanically perfect eyes. I was a big presence in a frail frame. I was a daughter for the first time, and only then, thinking about what I would be when my frail frame was gone, the tiniest fairy at the feet of a massive god, standing over all the earth and universe and other souls with his perfect eyes looking only on me, pondering me as he looked about my minuscule hands and feet and wings. Only then did I understand the depth, the strength, freedom, greatness, undiluted power, and wonder that it is to be so exceptionally small.